Hi everyone, back out in the woods today, going to do another little bit of cooking. I've got this book here, SWRI Jubilee Cookery book. It's from 1967. It was given to me by an elderly friend of mine, and it was given to her in 1967. It's the Scottish Women's Rural Institutes. That's the what she used to be a member of anyway. And I think she gave it to me because she knew I'd appreciate it. She knew I wouldn't throw it away or give it to a charity shop or something. So I'm going to do a recipe today that I've never heard of, to be honest with you. In fact, there's so many things in here I've never heard of. Today's going to be mince collops, C-O-L-L-O-P-S, mince collops, and the recipe calls for 1 pound of mince steak, a teacupful of water, seasoning, sippets of toast, and 4 eggs. A sippet, as I discovered, is like a crouton, or it's toasted bread that's been triangled and added to your meal then. The method is to heat a saucepan, add mince and stir with a fork till browned, add water and simmer gently for 1 hour, add salt and pepper just before dishing. Pour into a hot dish, place poached eggs on mince and garnish with little sippets of toast. So looking at that, it's just mince cooked in water for an hour, which is quite a long time, and then you're seasoning it and then putting your poached eggs on top. As an afterthought, it says a chopped onion or a little oatmeal may be added to the mince. Well, I'm going to add both. Because of that, I'm probably going to have to add a little bit more water. I think the oatmeal is going to soak up some of the water. I've got pinhead oatmeal. I've no idea how much. There's no quantities, you know, so I'm just going to put what I've got in there and go with that. Some of the other dishes in here, there's a Roman pie, leek pie, scalloped cauliflower, oatmeal fritters, tomato dish, potato souffle, so beef trifles, rice and egg pie. There's all these weird kind of dishes, brain cakes. So I don't want to read that one. So I'm going to try the mince collops today and we'll see how we go. I'm going to go and get a fire going and get the mince on, and there's no sauce, so you know, it's just the water and seasoning. We'll see how we go. Okay, that's the mince on. I've not put any oil in it because they didn't say to. Just going to get that browned off a wee bit, cut up the onion, and we'll put that in with the oatmeal. Okay, the mince is browning off. I've just sliced this onion roughly. That knife wasn't very good. That's the pinhead oatmeal. If I take a bite of some of that, it's really hard. So I'm just going to put it in as soon as that water goes into the mince, really. Got a wee bag of it there. I'm going to use about that much. So we'll see how we go. Okay, that mince is browned off now. So it was a teacup full of water, so I assume that's going to do it. I would imagine if you were doing this at home you would slow cook it, to be honest, over an hour, because that, if I cook that at the normal rate that I normally might, it would evaporate that water. Didn't say how much onion, so that's half an onion. Didn't say how much pinhead, well, how much oatmeal, so I'll go with that much, I think. Well, why not just put a little bit more in? I just want to see what happens. I'll come back to you in a little while. We'll just, this is an hour's cooking, so we'll see how we go. Right, that mince has had about 45 to 50 minutes and it's time for me to get the water on to poach my eggs. This is one of my good pans, and so I never use it over an open flame just so it doesn't get blackened. Otherwise all my pots would be like that. So we'll get the water on. A little bit of vinegar here. That just helps bind the egg. The recipe called for 4 eggs, but I'm just going to do 2 because I'm only going to eat half of this. I'm letting the fire burn down now because I need to put a slice of bread on there to toast it. Now I did put a little bit of extra water in here. It's harder to regulate the heat when you do it over a flame, so it's I can still see the oatmeal in there. It looks quite starchy, so I don't know if that's because of that. Okay, I'm just going to put some salt and pepper into it now. Just so it really gets into it. I've never cooked mince before without putting oil in the pan, and I've never cooked mince without a sauce. Tomato based sauce or whatever, so different, very plain dish, not a lot of components, especially if I didn't add the onion or the oatmeal. I'm curious about it. Right, so while I was plating that up down there, I forgot to switch the microphone on. It's brand new today. It's got a little switch that you have to switch on as well as the camera, and I keep forgetting. It's not the first time I've done that. So what I was saying when I was down there was, it's okay. It's not super tasty. You know, I'm used to garlic and herbs and spices and the sauces that you can buy from the supermarket. So it probably looks nothing like what it did in 1967 when they had it in mind to cook it. It's nice enough. You needed the seasoning. The yolk and the egg acts as a sauce. I don't know about these sippets of toast. I assume that's what to do. Yeah, it's fine. It's hearty enough, and it's not something I would cook at home. I don't think so. It's very simple ingredients in this, so the taste kind of matches that. The oatmeal, I can see it. I don't know if I can taste it. It's added texture and volume, I suppose. It didn't swell up as much as what I thought it might. I've never had it before actually, not pinhead oatmeal. It's okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Something a little bit different, so thanks very much.